Hey there, Gemini. How you doing? How you been? Welcome into Great Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I am going to do an weekly astrological report for January 20th through the 26th, 2025. So to start off with, the Sun just moved into Aquarius, your ninth house of expansion, long distance travel, and higher learning. We also had a conjunction between Venus and Saturn in Pisces just yesterday, and that is your 10th house of career and reputation right here. And so I will, your career house, like I said, sorry, Venus conjuncts Neptune. Neptune represents discipline. And Millie, sorry about that. Where was I? And Venus rules Libra and Taurus. Libra is your fifth house of romance, children, creativity. And then Taurus is your 12th house. That represents your subconscious, anything that you keep hidden, also dreams. So with these two planets conjuncting in your career zone, you might be looking at some... also, I want to add that these last 2 weeks, those two planets have also been squaring Jupiter in your first house, Gemini. Jupiter's been in your first house since May, I believe. Jupiter is retrograde at the moment. Will be going forward February 4th. So you've had this square going on between your first house, how you project yourself to the world, and then your 10th house, career and reputation. Amelia? Okay, so starting off this weekend on Monday, the moon is in Libra. It is first going to make a square to Mercury at 17 degrees in Capricorn. Capricorn is your your 8th house, other people's money, debts, tax, intimacy, sex, death, transformation. Mercury is your ruling planet. So there's a lot of emphasis on your 8th house at the moment. Libra is the moon in Libra is coming in to trigger that. Libra is your 5th house of, again, romance, children, creativity. All right. Then a little while later, it's going to oppose Chiron in Aries, which is your friendship sector. Your 11th house, friendships, hopes and dreams. So these are pretty close. This is 17 degrees. On this day, this is 17 degrees and 19 degrees. You also have the moon squaring Mars in your value sector. This is 24 degrees. So on Monday, you're going to have these happening. So altogether, you have your 8th house, your 11th house, and your value house, your second house of values, also how you earn your income. Okay, so there's going to be an emphasis on all of that on Monday. On Tuesday, the Sun conjuncts Pluto in your 9th house. Pluto moved into Aquarius in November permanently for the next 19 years. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Aquarius is your ninth house of expansion, higher learning, travel, long distance travel, and the sun rules Leo, which is your communication sector. So you have two fixed planets, Pluto and the sun, in a fixed sign. That's a lot of emphasis on making decisions, standing firm in your decision, being quite stubborn about it. There's going to be a whole lot of transformation with Pluto being in your ninth house for the next 19 years. The sun is coming in and triggering that. Now, a while back, we had Mars here actually came to 6 degrees and in Leo, and then started going retrograde. Now, when it's hitting that axis of Pluto and now and somewhat the sun, but it was hitting that Pluto right there, going back and forth. Mars goes forward February 23rd, and then it's going to come back and hit that in March. So, I believe March. I would have to look up. It might be April. Anyway, you have a lot of emphasis on awakening, and then you also have in your ninth house. You also have Uranus in your 12th house, which is of the subconscious. Uranus rules Aquarius, so a lot of change, a lot of transformation going on here. Uranus is dubbed the Great Awakener. So it's been in Taurus for 6 or 7 years. So you've probably had a lot of havoc and awakening in your 12th house. It's your deep subconscious is what represents your 12th house. All right. And then, of course, now you have Jupiter in your sign as well, which rules Sagittarius, your opposite sign. Sagittarius rules the ninth house. And it's so your partnerships could be helping you also awakening, higher learning, possibly long distance travel. Okay, getting a little ahead of myself, but I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, so the sun comes around and conjuncts Pluto in Aquarius. And then the moon moves into Scorpio and immediately triggers a square between those two. Pluto rules Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio is your 6th house of daily habits, work, health, anything that you do on a daily basis. Okay, whatever your routine is. That's going to come in and trigger this 9th house. Aquarius. Again, higher learning, long distance travel. Okay. So, since Aquarius is, your 9th house, it should be, even with the square, it should be really, it's not going to be intense like a solid, like, with you if you were squaring like you do here in your career zone right now. The squares are kind of the ones that get intense there, but you have this is a quincunx to Scorpio, but you have the square. Aquarius is enshrined to your house. So Tuesday shouldn't be as bad as it sounds, whether it's a square or not. Wednesday, we have the moon trining Saturn. Saturn is your money house, your 8th house, other people's debts, other people's money, debts, taxes, sex, rebirth, death, transformation, intimacy. Okay, we already went through that with your ruling planet being in Capricorn right now anyway. So, of course, Saturn, again, is in your career zone. So by the time we hit the end of the week, Venus is going to go from 16 degrees into that conjunction to 20 degrees. Okay. So then the moon is going to trine Saturn and then trine Venus, and then it's going to sextile your planet in Capricorn, should be, and then of course trining Mars in Cancer. These are your money houses. This is how the second house is how you earn your money, and also how you value your self-worth, how you value yourself. Again, we already went over Capricorn with the 8th house, other people's money, intimacy. Okay. So we still have, have plenty of trines going on here, you know, and sextiles. You know, it should still soften the blow, you know, your work values and your career system, and then of course your monies. So your money, work, and career. Okay. Then the moon will move on to oppose Uranus in Taurus. Kind of already went over that. Uranus is your, you know, is the Great Awakener, and it's going to trigger your work zone, your daily habits, and your subconscious. Okay, so you might be going over, you know, maybe making some changes to your daily habits, or maybe making subconsciously, you might be having quite a few dreams with this in your 12th house as well. So it might trigger some dreams as well. Okay. Then we have the moon trine Mars. You know, this is going to just come in. There's triangles and sextiles going on here. I know I've already emphasized all of that, but just want to go over it again. And this is all about your daily habits. So you're going to be triggering a lot of these planets. And then, of course, during this time, Mercury moves pretty quick. It's your planet. That's why you're the quick thinker. Mercury will be going from 19 degrees to 27 degrees by the end of the week, where it will be opposing Mars in Cancer, your money zone, your money axis, let's put it that way, and your values and intimacy. Okay. And then Mercury will be sextiling Neptune in your career and the North Node. So in the last week's video, I went over the North Node because it did just change into Pisces. There's going to be a lot of focus on your career reputation for the next year and a half. And your ruling planet is coming in to trigger all of this. Okay. And that is on Thursday. And then you have, of course, Mercury trining Uranus as well. So you got these triangles, and you got these triangles, you know. Then, of course, the moon is going to be triggering all of these. So you got a lot of, again, I'm going to just repeat one more time. You have a lot of emphasis on Thursday with your 6th house of work, daily habits, health, okay? And then the moon goes into Sagittarius that night, okay? Where it makes a sextile now to Pluto and the sun in Aquarius. Sextiles are real nice. Sagittarius is your 7th house of partnerships, either business or romance. So you're going to experience, sextiles are very friendly, very soft aspects. So you're going to have some more triggering going on with the with your 9th house of higher learning. You might, you know, think about going back to college, or, you know, reading a few books, like whatever higher learning entails for you, or of course long distance travel as well. It's your expansion zone. Expansion is just anything that's outside of your community that, expands your horizons in any sort of way. Okay, but nice soft aspect there. Then the moon is going to come in at 11 degrees and oppose Jupiter in your sign. Okay, we already went over this, but Jupiter rules Sagittarius. It's your partnership zone. Okay, and it's, your house rules is the third house, is the natural third house. Okay, which rules community, communication, short distance travel, and then Sagittarius, Jupiter rule the expansion zones. So although Aquarius is your expansion zone, Sagittarius is the natural house of the expansion zone and Jupiter. So you're going to have a lot of how you project yourself to the world is your first house. So that's going to be expanding. Okay. And then you're going to have the moon in Sagittarius, which is your, seventh house again of partnerships. So that's going to be triggering opposition. It also represents enemies. It's your seventh house, just to let you know. Okay, and then we have coming in moon squaring Saturn, then squaring Venus, then squaring Neptune. Okay, in your, of course, your business and romantic partnerships, squaring your career and reputation. I'm not sure how much more to expand on that because I already kind of went through it. But yeah, you're going to have a lot of emphasis on yourself versus partnerships and career reputation. Okay. Let's see, and then it's going to make a little trine to little Chiron here, Aries, which is your friendship zone. Chiron has been in Aries for a long time now, and the wounded healer. It's probably healing some wounds around friendships. This is your Aries is your 11th house of friendships, hopes, wishes, anything that you look forward to. So it's probably been healing that area for quite some time. And with the trine coming in, trines are the friendliest aspect you can get. So you go from these squares, but you also have a trine here softening it is the best word. And of course the opposition. Yes, and then on Saturday we have Venus trine Mars. That's one of the things that people look forward to in astrology. That's a very good aspect. You have your career sector, and then in Venus in your career sector, reputation, and then Mars in your value sector of Cancer, values, other people's how you earn your money. A very good aspect for anybody around, no matter what house you're in. It just doesn't even matter. It doesn't happen often because of the way that they move. So very nice aspect on Saturday, and that makes a real nice Saturday for everybody, right? Then of course we have the moon come in and square Neptune. Kind of already went over the North Node, Neptune, and career. You have the whole stellium in your career house. So partnerships, career, how you see yourself, how you project yourself to other people. Then we have the moon move into Capricorn. Doesn't make a whole lot of aspects until, 16 degrees is the next one. I mean, we could go into a semi-sextile between these two, but they don't really, there's not a whole lot of energy that you can do with semi-sextile. It's kind of a latent energy. Mercury sextile Neptune, 27 degrees. We already spoke about that one. And then we have Venus sextile Uranus. Okay, so you have Venus sextile Uranus, Venus trine Mars. So you got this angle going on here at 23 degrees as well, which is consequently is the 23-degree mark of the full moon that we had last week. So it's going to be triggering all of those again. And of course, you have Mercury. You have all of these planets that are about 23 degrees. Neptune's at 27. Yeah, so by the end of the week, I mean, things are really looking good by the end of the week for pretty much almost everybody. You know, this weekend should be looking pretty good for you. You know, even though there was a little chaos like on Tuesday, you know, these are real soft aspects that just lightens the blow. And like I was telling Taurus, like even if you have a bad day, like the moon moves so quickly and changes signs so quickly, like every 2 to 2.5 days, that if you're having a bad day, just hold on, and the next day will more than likely the energy will dissipate and you'll be focused on something else. Okay? So that is what I have for you this week. If you would like to tune into next week, you're more than welcome to subscribe, like. If you have any questions, you can comment. I do offer personal readings for astrology, tarot. I also do many other healing modalities. If you'd like to check out my website. And maybe I will see you next week. I hope you have a really good week, Gemini. All right? See you soon. Bye.